but I got nothing left to prove. I said forever and ever. I said forever and ever. Keep getting better and better. I need that cheddar on cheddar. I need that money umbrella. I need the lettuce on lettuce. I need that cake on my cake. If you ain't trying to get your bread up, say the fuck on my way. And I say what I mean, and I mean what I feel. You were lame, what's the deal? I'm just trying to make a meal. And when you living on an island, you get culture to that hippie shit. But we just getting by, I couldn't tell you what the difference is. Or maybe you just need to live a bit. Find yourself, free your mind. Why you always...
That's how I'm doing it now. I'm going to listen to some music to get me going, and that's a catchy tune. I like it. I don't care what you think. Me acting silly. I like the song. His name is Austin. I think the song's called Ghosted. Yeah, good job, man. Hey guys, Clint here, former cop talking about cop stuff, and it's just about Christmas. I'm drinking water. Okay? I think it's Tuesday. I don't know what day it is. I'm retired. I don't know what day it is. But I think it's Tuesday. So I'm drinking water, okay? I don't drink during the week all the time. You don't need to do that. I wanted to tell a story. I don't have any. Let's talk about, why do I do this? I think I'm still dancing to that song. I like the cheddar on cheddar. You're my lettuce on my lettuce. I just like. It's funny when you listen to a song 3 times. That's what it takes, right? I think you need to listen to a good song 3 times, and then it. I'm weird with music now. I like Miley Cyrus. Have you heard her new album? I don't know why I'm talking about this, but what's that song? Damn it, I can't remember the song now. It's a remake. It's really good. I can't remember what it is. Her album's Plastic Hearts. But the song is, damn it, it's not Heart of Gold. It's going to drive me nuts. I got to know. Miley Cyrus. How do you spell Miley? Heart of Glass. You guys got to listen to this song. It's really, I can't believe I'm talking about Miley Cyrus. This is what you do when you retire. You listen to Miley Cyrus. I never listened to this girl in my entire life, and it's kick-ass. It's kick-ass. My last video I did, okay guys, I didn't start this podcast to be on the opposite side of police. Do I feel bad? I'm not taking it back what I said about those Calgary police taking the ice skater off the rink. But I don't feel good that I did what I did. Because that's not what police need right now. There's too much of that. That's all we hear. That's all I ever heard. What the police did wrong. I started this podcast because I've heard so many times, hearing from civilians, the media, the police did this, and then I'd sit back and go, well, this is why they did it. So I want to be that guy that says, this is why they did it. Everything they did was right. I think it's just the COVID. It's the COVID. Why am I always looking up? It's the COVID the COVID rules. I don't believe it's a police issue. So I seen it, and I wish the police officers didn't try to take the kid off the ice for a silly reason. Assist bylaws. I understood where those female officers were coming from. Okay, I get it. And I made fun of their ground fighting. I know they were on ice. It's hard to ground fight on ice. It's hard to take anybody down at any time, especially when you're on ice. So I get that. And let's be honest about it. If we're going to use the other side, was the kid a victim? Really? Come on. If police ask you for your name, just give them your name, even if you think they're in the wrong. Stop resisting. The moment you resist, now you have another charge. Would you do that? I wouldn't do that. Even if I thought the cop was wrong and he wanted my name, I'm going to give him my name. So you're at fault for some of it. But that's the world. That's the world we live in now, which is sad. It's really sad that when police show up to a call like that, you hear in the background, F the police. Never existed before in Canada. It does now. And that is why I don't play videos of when police mess up. So few mess up. And I don't want to talk about it. That's not why I'm here. I'm not here to talk about when police mess up. There's such a huge separation between civilians, what civilians think police do, and what cops actually do. That's why I'm here, to explain the middle. This is why they're doing what they're doing. That's why I started this podcast, to break stuff down and really to tell my story. I got a story to tell. I need to talk to some lawyers. And I'm going to be saying a lot of stuff starting January 2021. I know I always say that, but it's the truth. This water is tasty. Let's take a call. Taking a call. What do we got?
Hey, Clint, it's Dan again. Thanks again for answering my question on your last podcast.
You're welcome, Dan. Dan again. And it's good to hear you again. What's going on, man?
I was wondering if you'd be willing to do an episode or some sort of segment on the Right Fit interview.
You want me to do an episode on the Right Fit interview?
It would help a lot of people that are looking to get into the RCMP, considering that there isn't any real insight into the process online.
No, I don't. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for calling. Next call.
Hi, Clinton. Jason here. I just watched up
Jason. Thanks for calling, Jason. What'd you watch?
episode 57 in relation to the Indigenous woman who bit the cop's hand.
He can't say it either. What did he say? Indigenous woman? It's tough, you know? Why are they making it so difficult? You can't say Aboriginal anymore. You can't say Native. You can't say Indian. And now you have to say indigenous. That's a tough one.
The Indigenous woman who bit the cop's hand.
Yeah.
I've been a municipal cop for 23 years.
Holy shit. 23 years. More than me. Good job, dude. Good job. Municipal. Right. I love that they're watching. I have to remind myself that I'm doing the podcast not just for the RCMP. It's for all police. It's for all police in Canada. It's for police in America, too.
4 years ago, my gun hand was bitten by a man I had apprehended under the Mental Health Act. He also spit blood in my face during the fight.
Spit blood in your face. Has that ever happened to you guys? Got spat in the face with blood? It's happened to me a couple times. HIV cocktail, 30 days. Complete hell. And did he say he bit his hand? Yeah, he did. His gun hand. I'm sorry to hear that. The wife's right there. She's always listening. She wants to know if she could come in to ask me a question. She's currently wrapping half the Christmas presents. Anyways. Sorry, dude. Keep on going.
Severity of the hand bite has since caused me grip, fine motor skills, and writing issues in my dominant right hand. I'll say this, after 4 brutally long years, it literally just got settled by WorkSafe BC.
See what a bite can do, guys? Remember that video I did about the girl biting the cop's hand? No big deal, right? Just a bite. Right. Listen to this guy. He can barely write. Brutal.
I'll say this, WCB was and is an absolute nightmare to deal with. My WCB case manager at the time was caught lying in an effort to dismiss my claim. She was ultimately canned after I disclosed a secret audio recording proving she was being deceitful.
Isn't that funny with the secret audio recordings? I won't say anymore.
but that's a crazy story for another day.
Okay.
My question is, do you have any insight or stories in relation to WCB and what seems to be roadblocks they throw up to avoid injury claims? Thanks again for doing your show. You're very intelligent, well-spoken. You have a great way of articulating some of the frustrations that so many of us on the job are unable to say. Keep up the great work. Take care.
Wow, man. We should rewind that part. The ending there? That was the best part. Thanks, dude. Thank you for calling. Thank you for watching. I wish more municipal police officers, city cops, would watch. Man, I'm sorry to hear that happened to you. WCB, no. I got no experience with... I was on WCB for one day. Before I was a cop, I was a logger, I was a chokerman. I fell hard. I hit a tree. I cracked a rib. And I spat up blood. And I was on it for one day. They paid me. That's my only experience. I think your question... Have I had any experience with... No. And when I first heard this, I was shocked. For some reason, I always thought that all police dealt with Veterans Affairs. Veterans Affairs Canada. That's what I thought. Never dawned on me. I never once thought. I knew the RCMP went through them and the Army went through them, but it never entered my head that city cops, other police forces, don't go through them. So I'm sorry to hear that you're having a tough time. I want to hear your story. I think if you live in my area, you should come and do it. I want to hear your story. I don't want to interview you. I just want to have a conversation with you. Call back. Let's set it up. Or maybe we'll do a Zoom. And I actually want to learn more about your police force. I think a conversation would go a long way between you and I. And man, I bet you have PTSD. Does WCB compensate you for PTSD? I think they do. I hope they do. Veterans Affairs. I did a video, RCMP versus police, telling the differences, and I never thought for a million years that it's actually, well, the big difference is RCMP deals with Veterans Affairs, and Veterans Affairs is kick-ass. I'm going to do a full episode on Veterans Affairs next year, which is in, I don't know, a couple weeks. RCMP members, if you have PTSD and you're not getting, I shouldn't say this. I'm going to say it. Fuck. If you're not getting at least $2,000 a month on top of everything else that you're getting, because I've spoken to a lot of members, I've done a lot of research on this part when it comes to Veterans Affairs. If you're not getting at least $2,000 a month for your PTSD for the rest of your life, $2,000 a month, $2,500, $3,000, tax-free for the rest of your life. If you're not getting that and you have PTSD, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong, or you did something wrong, or your doctor did something wrong. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. And I'm sorry I can't help you, man, but I don't know. I don't know anything about WCB. There's got to be other things out there, provincial money. Can you work? That would be my question. Can you still work? If it's possible that you cannot perform any job, well, then you got CPP. That's a couple grand a month until you're 65. On top of your pension. On top of everything else that you're getting. Call me back. Let's have a conversation. And, okay, I was kidding around with the other guy, the first guy that I cut off. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done it. He called back a second time. He wants to know about the RCMP interview, right? And he wants me to do a thing on the interview.
Hey, Clint, it's Dan again. Thanks again for answering
Dan
my
again.
question on your last podcast.
Sorry
I
about...
was wondering if you'd be willing to do an episode or some sort of segment on the right fit interview.
Yes, I would.
I think it would help a lot of people that are looking to get into the RCMP, considering that there isn't any real insight into the process online. There's not much information. If you do choose to do a segment on this, consider titling it RCMP Right Fit Interview Tips. I think that might do decent on the old YouTube algorithm. Anyways, thanks again. I appreciate your advice. It's been really helpful in my process of hopefully getting hired by the RCMP someday. I hope you have a great day. Thanks a lot.
Just don't finger bang your grandma's poodle. You'll be fine. I can tell by your voice that you're going to do great. And I will do a video on, what do you name it? RCMP Right Fit Interview Tips. He knows about. How do you know about this, Dan? About the YouTube algorithm. I just learned about this like 2 months ago. And how do you know about that? That's a thing. I haven't been really focusing too much on my titles. I don't know why. I should be focusing on my keywords, my titles, so my YouTube channel goes up higher than it is, but part of me is kind of happy the way it's going, but I will do a video on it about the interview. The interview has changed since I've been a cop. They've changed the questions, but it's all the same shit. It really is. You sit down with a person, they want to know. Look up RCMP mission values, mission statement, and put a question mark after every single thing they say. Integrity, question mark. Can you give me an example of that? Credibility? Can you? When were you credible? Are you honest? Prove it. Prove to me that you were honest. Tell me a time where you did something wrong, you knew it was wrong, and you did it anyways, huh? Yeah. How about that one? Stuff like that. I'll do a whole thing on that, and on the interview tips. And thanks for calling. I was just playing with you earlier. And I love it when you guys call. What do we got here? 23. 25. We got 26 here? 26.
Clint, you got 3 EPS members here. Just want to let you know you're doing a fucking fantastic job. We love your show. Keep it up.
Thanks, man. Edmonton Police. I love it. And I'm sorry that I made fun of your partners in Calgary there. Trying to take down a kid that was on his ice skates. They had a tough time. And I love Calgary. I used to live there. I worked at Earls Bankers Hall, Calgary. It was a great moment of my life. Before I was a cop, obviously. And Edmonton, yeah, right on. You got a mall. Anyways, let's hear you.
And EPS is Edmonton Police.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've commented on a few of your videos.
Booth makes this whole political.
Okay. I might edit some of this out just to protect these dudes. They're having a great time and I love it. I wish I was there. Honest to God, I wish I was there. They're having some, well, let's hear.
Whole climate a lot more fathomable to deal with.
Yeah. We're only 4.5-year members.
Isn't that funny that somebody says that? We're only 4.5-year members. That's the shit. You're the best at 4.5 years. You'll mature, but you're probably not going to be any better than what you are now. 5 years is when you... 5 years for me is when I was the sharpest, I was the smartest, I was on the ball. Anybody that came up to me and had a question, I knew the answer. I was the guy. It's all downhill after that.
But we're disgruntled already.
He's disgruntled already. I don't know if I should. Okay. This is where I'm gonna play it for myself, but I'm gonna edit this part out.
Good job, Clint.
Okay, so he told me not to air a certain part, and I didn't. This is why I love being a cop. This was a big part of it. They got together. Maybe they worked a swing shift. Maybe they had 2 days. They worked 2 nights. After 2 days, it's called your swing shift. Or maybe it's just a day off. But you get together with the guys and you just drink a bunch of beers and drinks. And that's how you cool off. You'll read the books that say, don't do that. Like books, I got a book once. It said, don't do that. You go home to your family and you do something. You go for a walk, and then I don't want to go for a walk. I want to hang out with the guys, and I would just want to drink, and I want to talk about shit. I want to talk about the day. I want to laugh. They're laughing. They're having a good time. That's what it's about. I love that. We used to, on our swing shift, a lot of the times we used to play poker. Even with the watch commander. He was a good shit. And it seemed to me like I always won. Yeah, I said it. I did. You know I did. Or we'd go to the nightclub. We'd go to a nightclub on swing shift. Or go to the pub. Man, the memories of going to the pub with Dave and Folk and Bell. Sometimes Sits a Basin. It was great. It was great. Keep on doing that. They call back. Okay? They call back. A different guy calls back, but the same group.
Clinton, the boys are calling back. We've had a few Pinot Noirs.
Pinot Noirs. That asked my wife what that was. And I think it's this. And I know it's Tuesday, but I think I'll have one too. Not bad. What's your question, dude?
And wobbly pops, we say.
Malbecs.
Yeah.
Malbecs.
Let's see a video on what you think the future of policing holds. Where do you think our careers are headed? We've got 5 years in. How much fucking shittier can it get?
Come on. Oh.
Yeah, I like that idea. Let's get a video on that.
Yeah.
Because it fucking sucks right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trudeau hates us. Everyone hates us, so.
Mm.
And I don't think we're ever going to see a pay raise again. So.
Well,
How do we fight this?
How do we fight this?
fight it.
Do we just fucking quit?
Mm.
What do you think, man? Make a video. Peace.
Make a video. What do you think? Make a video. God, I almost have to replay that. What did he say? Oh. That threw me off. I don't know why I'm thrown off right now. Maybe because I feel bad for them. I feel great for them. Are they not having the best time ever? That's what you do. You go to a shake and baby file. At the end of the shift, I don't care if the wife doesn't understand. I don't care. You hang out with the guys. And you release. And you do whatever you want to do. And that's what they're doing. They're having fun. They're drinking some Pinot something. I'm stuck for words. Honestly, I'm stuck for words. I don't even really know what to say. I got to say the truth. Do I think it's going to get better? I think first you got to ask yourself, why is it bad? Why is it bad for you guys? Why is it bad for police right now? It's bad because of politicians, the commissioner, bosses, people not sticking up for you. if politicians don't like you, then the media doesn't like you. They feed off each other. You can't expect... If politicians don't like you, media doesn't like you, civilians don't like you. If politicians are calling you racist, and the police forces aren't saying anything about that, in fact, they're saying, yeah, we need to clean up our racism. Well, civilians think that about you. So what happens? You go to a call now. Calgary police go to an ice rink. Fuck the police is what they say in the background. It's come from America. America seeped into Canada. No boss is sticking up for you. No commissioner is sticking up for you. No boss is sticking up for you. No commissioner is sticking up for you. Nobody's sticking up for you. Civilians don't like you because they hear what they hear from politicians, from mayors. There's absolutely no courage of conviction from any of them. They all fear for their job. They don't want to say the wrong thing because they're chicken shit. So you roll up to a call, and the first thing that civilians think is what they saw on TV and what they hear from Trudeau, what they hear from the commissioner, what they hear from your Edmonton bosses. There's the pig shit. He's pig shit. He's a racist. And what's the first thing that happens when you roll up? They take out their phone to videotape it. Has that ever... Was this happening in 2018, guys? Did you feel this way in 2018? Why is it the way it is now? There's two reasons why. George Floyd happened. And it has seeped from America. It started in America before George Floyd. When you've seen those New York police officers getting doused with water and shit was thrown at them. It was bad then. George Floyd happened. It got even worse. And it's in Canada now. The second thing, Trudeau calls us racist. He's taken the power out of everybody. Every single cop. How do you fix that? How do you fix it? Will it get any better? A drama teacher calls you racist. A drama teacher. Let's say it what it is. A school teacher. Not just a school teacher, the easiest subject to ever do in school. Drama teacher. It's a left side of things that have destroyed the police forces. Destroyed. RCMP. How do you fix it? You fix it with good leaders. You fix it with good leaders. How long is it going to take? Oh my God. Canada is run by the left, and you need somebody to step in. You need somebody to say, you need somebody to be for police. I don't know how you fix it. I don't know if it ever will be fixed. It seems to me that it's going to get worse before it gets better. We need police. We all know that. Thank you guys for being cops. But you talked about quitting, but can you imagine doing anything else right now, especially at 4 and 5 years? Really? I don't think so. It's kind of kick-ass. You're on top of the world right now. You got a good paying job. You're a cop. You're in a uniform. I don't think you, deep down, even though all this shit is raining down upon you, can you imagine doing anything else? I wouldn't have changed it. If I had to do it all over again, I'd do it again. Even in today's climate. I know you guys I hear you. You're enjoying yourself, even though you are disgruntled. And it's really shitty right now, but And it's really the frontline cops that it's happening to. It's the members that, when somebody calls a cop and you show up, right? You're the frontline guy. And you can say, hey, it's affecting street crimes. It's GIS, plainclothes unit. No, it's not. Let's just be honest. I love all you guys, but it's the front lines. It's the front lines that's affecting. I'm not saying it's not being in street crimes or GIS that you're not feeling the effect too. It's just mostly the members that are running around in uniform. But what would you rather do? You want to work at McDonald's? Gas station? Like, you're doing what you want to do. You're going into... It's nothing like going into Tim Hortons with your uniform on. Chatting up Nadia. Wait until she turns 19 next month. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing better. What would you... That's the shit, being the frontline cop. Hard. Very hard. Mentally hard. That's what I wanted to do my entire career, and that's what I chose to do. And yeah, I'm affected by it. But I never once wanted to hang out in the bush. You imagine that? GIS. What'd you do tonight? What'd you do today, Clint? I hung out in the bush. What'd you see? Bushes. Well, you must have seen something. Yeah, I took notes. A guy walked from here to there. Now you want to go into Tim Hortons. You want to go do the bar checks. And there's things that you could do. You have so much freedom. Funny. It's funny. GIS, street crimes, they have all the freedom in the world, but when you're a GD cop, when you're a frontline cop, wearing a uniform, going to calls, you also have freedom. You can spice it up a bit. You can spice up the night. You could go do whatever you want. I don't know. That didn't make any sense, what I just said there. I'm rambling. I guess I'm just talking at the same time. Well, I'm reliving me being in uniform, and it wouldn't have changed anything. You know what I wish I would have done when I was a cop? And I said this to my dad years ago, 10 years ago. I said, I wish there was something else I could fall back on. I can't fall back on anything. If I shoot somebody a little bit too much, I might get fired. And I wish, what do I do then? I wish I was a plumber. I had a plumbing degree. Or wish I was an electrician. If I had to do it all over again, which you can do, fall back on something. You could do it right now while you're a cop. Go get an electrician ticket? I don't know what you do. Go find something that you want to do. Not saying go do it, but wouldn't it be nice to fall back on that? And then maybe you show up to work one day and you get a stupid fucking email from your sergeant and you're just like, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. And you could go out of here. You could go do what you were backed up to do. I would love tomorrow morning to wake up, throw my uniform on, and make another arrest. I would love to do that. I would love to do that once every 6 months. So no, I wouldn't say quit. I don't see it getting better. I think you know that, but it will get better one day. I don't know when. Maybe 10 years. Shit. Come on. Maybe that's not fair. Well. Maybe 5 years. Maybe 5 years to start getting better again. I hope it does. Thanks for being a cop, while the rest of us aren't. And isn't that something these people are telling you that you're racist? Yet, they're the first people to call the cops when they need you. You know what I mean? If you really believed cops were racist, there was systemic racism in Canada, police forces, why are you calling the police? Anyways, yeah, the future of policing is in trouble, but you guys like trouble, right? You like trouble. That's why you're doing it. That's why you're doing it. But man, it's damn hard. They want you to be security guards. That's what it's come down to. They want you to be security guards now. You can't touch anybody. Like those Calgary female cops that show, they can't touch anybody. The moment, and they're coming out with body cams. Anyways, I think that's it. I don't even know why I made notes. What does this say? Enjoy your Pinot. I will. Man, I think I said a lot tonight. I don't even really know what I said. It's this shit is bad. Red wine? Ooh, man. That tastes so good though, doesn't it? But that is bad shit for you. I need to do more videos, and I wanted to do 3 more before Christmas. Let's see how it goes. Thanks for calling, guys. Subscribe to my channel, 604. Call the hotline, 604-330-2512. I already said it. I'll say it again. Subscribe. And thanks. I love these calls, man. They make me feel good. Like when you say I'm fucking awesome, I'm not looking for... Yeah, maybe I am. Yeah, I like it when you say that. Because I don't talk, my wife doesn't talk to me about this. I don't talk to anybody about my podcast. I say things, and I think that was stupid. That was really dumb. But there's a few of you that I like hearing that you kind of agree with some things that I say. I'm starting to get a lot of comments on my videos, and sometimes I read them. Maybe I'm just a little too sensitive. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe, I don't know what I'm saying. I just want to say that it's nice to hear that somebody kind of agrees with a few things that I say. You're not going to agree with everything. I don't want you to agree with everything I say, but it's nice to hear it. And have a good night. Bye-bye.